Hi guys, welcome back to today's video. We tested the travel power adapter from MOMAX several days ago, and today we got a 7-in-1 charging station from MOMAX. Except for 6 USB ports, it also integrates a wireless charging module. Up to 100 watts output power makes it possible to fast charge your laptop. The specs info seems complicated, and we'll talk about it later. Open the box and take out the plastic tray. The upper part is the charging station, and the power cord and user manual are in a small box. It's wrapped with a Velcro cable tie, and the 2-prong AC plug means it's not grounded. The AC connector on the other side adopts a pure copper inside to improve its durability. The length of the power cord is about 1.2 meters. Since it's not grounded, it adopts a plastic outer case, not metal case. And the white top case corresponds to the wireless charging area. It can only support up to 15 watts wireless charging. The upper panel has 4 USB-C and 2 USB-A ports on the side. Both USB-A ports are orange, and the internal pins are whitened. The AC input socket is on the opposite side, and the simple specs info are printed on the right. Model is UM28. It supports input of 100 to 240 volts, 50 or 6 years, 2.5 amp. The USB-C 1 and C2 can support up to 100 watts output power. The USB-C 3, C4, A1 and A2 only support up to 30 watts output power. The total output power won't exceed 100 watts. 4 gray rubber pads are at the bottom, making it more stable on your desktop. The size of this charging station is about 120 by 85 by 28.6 millimeter. And the weight is about 293 grams. There is an LED light between the charging port and the bottom case. After connecting to the power supply, it'll light up to indicate the charging status. The TRX Power ZKM002C shows the USB-C 1 supports FCP, SCP, AFC, QC 3.0, PD 3.0, QC5, and PBS charging protocols. And it also supports 5 fixed PDOs of 5 volts, 9 volts, 12 volts, 50 volts 3 amp, 20 volts 5 amp, and a set of PBS. We found the supported protocols and PDO info of USB-C 2 are the same as USB-C 1. Moving on to the USB-C 3, it supports FCP, SCP, AFC, QC 3.0, PD 3.0, QC4+, and PBS charging protocols. As for the PDO info, it supports 5 fixed PDOs of 5 volts 3 amp, 9 volts 3 amp, 12 volts 2.5 amp, 15 volts 2 amp, 20 volts 1.5 amp, and a set of PBS. The USB-C 4 is also the same as the USB-C 3. Finally, both USB-A ports can support AFC, FCP, SCP, QC 3.0, and QC 2.0 charging protocols. Continue to take apart this charging station. Start from the top case. The wireless charging coil is fixed by a plastic frame under the top case, and the internal components are sparse but neat. Next, remove all screws that fix the internal module. And take out the internal module. Here is the main PCBA module. The input is on the right, while the output is on the left. All SMD components on the back are covered with gray potting compound. Separate different PCBs. TRX found it adopts LLC topology and has a PFC circuit. The current will be filtered by synchronous rectification circuit for output, and 6 output ports are placed in a separate PCB. Let's start from the input end. Here is the input socket, and the time delay fuse is just behind it, 5A 250V. The first common mode choke is next to the fuse and input socket. Here is the blue varistor for input filtering. The safety X2 capacitor is from Champion, 0.47 microfarad. The second common mode choke is obviously larger than the first one. Those two bridge rectifiers are connected in parallel from Pingwei. They can form a full bridge to dissipate heat evenly, 3A 1000V. Those two red film capacitors are from JURCC, 1 microfarad, 450V for each. The filter inductor is between two film capacitors. The 2-in-1 mass control chip is from MPS HR1211, which supports multi-mode PFC and current mode LLC circuits. The electrolytic capacitor that powers the mass control chip is here, 100 microfarad, 35V. The GaN IC for PFC boost is from Navitas and adopts QFN 6x8 package. It integrates GaN FET, GaN driver, and logic circuit. The PFC boost inductor is tightly wound and insulated with yellow tape. The PFC boost MOSFET is from EoChip and adopts DFN 5x6 package. It's actually a silicon carbide diode with a withstand voltage of 650V. This is the SMD bypass diode for the PFC circuit. The electrolytic capacitor is from Junkang, 22 microfarad, 450V. The larger one is also from Junkang, 47 microfarad, 450V. Those two LLC MOSFETs are from Oriental Semi and adopt DFN 8x8 package, 650V, 190 mA. The green LLC resonant capacitor is also from JURCC, and the LLC resonant inductor is wrapped with tape for insulation. The LLC transformer is next to the capacitor and inductor of the LLC topology. The SMD Y capacitor is from TRX. A blue Y capacitor is on the edge of the front PCB, and the optocoupler is used to regulate the output voltage. Next, let's introduce the synchronous rectification circuit. The controller is from MPS, and two synchronous rectifiers are from Oriental Semi and adopt a PDFN 5x6 package, 60V, 10 mA. And the larger one is from Polycab RS series, 470 microfarad, 25V. The smaller solid capacitor is 680 microfarad, 25V. The inductor next to two solid capacitors can power the upper buck module, and the other buck inductor is used to power the wireless charging circuit. This solid capacitor for input filtering of the wireless charging circuit is also from Polycab, 470 microfarad, 25V. The synchronous buck converter is from Toll Microelectronics and adopts SOP 8 package. The input voltage is 30V and the output current is 3.5A. This buck inductor is insulated with heat shrinkable tubing. The solid capacitor for output filtering is from Polycab, 470 microfarad, 25V. Next, let's see the wireless charging module. The mass control chip of wireless charging is from Cellfres. It integrates the driver of power transistor inside and can support up to 15W output power. Those two MOSFETs are from Semi 1 and adopt a PDFN 3.3 by 3.3 package. It can form a full bridge and drive the wireless charging coil, 30V, 12 mA. This red film resonant capacitor is 0.25 microfarad, 100V. Here is the output buck PCB with 6 USB output ports. 4 USB-C connectors are soldered on 4 vertical PCBs. 2 solid capacitors for input filtering are from APAQ, 270 microfarad, 25V. The other 2 input solid capacitors are 220 microfarad, 25V. The 32-bit MCU with M0 core on the back is from MindMotion and adopts a QFN 20 package. It can automatically control the power distribution of different output ports. 2 LED lights can indicate the charging status. Remove all 4 small PCBs. Those 2 small PCBs are used for 100W output of USB-C 1 and USB-C 2. They are exactly the same. The protocol chips of the 4 buck circuits are from iSmartware, which is used for buck control and protocol identification. Those 2 synchronous buck MOSFETs are from LFX Semi and adopt a PDFN 3030 package, 30V, 4.1 mA. The buck inductor and solid capacitor for output filtering are on the front. The capacitor is from Polycab RN series, 220 microfarad, 25V. The other 2 small PCBs are used for the buck output of USB-C 3, C4, and USB A1, A2. And the protocol chip and 2 synchronous buck MOSFETs are the same as the USB C1 and C2. The upper V-bus MOSFET is also from Olympic Semi and adopts a PDFN3030 package. It's used to control the upper power of a dual port, 30 volts, 8.5 mA. And the solid capacitor for upper filtering is also the same. Well, that's all components of this 7-in-1 charging station from MOMAX. Unlike most charging stations we took apart, it comes with a wireless charging module. The 4 USB-C and 2 USB-A ports can charge almost all of your devices at once. It's a pity that the input socket and plug are not grounded, but after taking apart, we found the internal structure is quite neat. The installation and protection measures are also comprehensive. Okay, that's all for today's video. Please drop a like, leave your comments, and subscribe to us. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye!